Hey guys, today I'll be giving my review on Heaven's Lost Property, an Ecchi anime that came out in 2009. I hope you enjoy, and to start off, I just want to say that I thoroughly enjoyed this anime more than I expected, just because from first look it seemed like it had no plot, no storyline, but it actually in the end had a pretty interesting story, so I hope you enjoy and let's get right into it. Okay, let's start off with plot. So the plot basically go as there is a girl crazy boy named Tomoki, and he wants a life of peace and quiet, but one day an angeloid falls from the sky named Ikaros, and she starts calling him master. So as this progresses, Tomoki asks her to basically, forces her, it's kind of weird, but forces her to do these sexual acts, and not like with her, but to other people. So to his roommate, his longtime roommate, he turns invisible and starts messing around with her, and it gets even crazier episodes in where there's flying panties. So plot is overall very different, and to a lot of people this whole sexual plot can turn people off, but I would highly suggest watching to at least episode 4 and 5, because the plot starts getting serious in the first season at around 5, and then from there you have a mix of this sexual comedy mixed with seriousness, and I would say about 70% of the show is sexual, but then the other 30% is pretty serious, has a pretty serious storyline to it, and definitely gets more serious in season 2. I would say season 2 is a more action-packed season if you're trying to start somewhere, but I would watch it in a whole. It has a great plot, it's very interesting, and really it's probably the most unique plot I've watched in an anime. There are a ton of unique plots, but this one takes it on the cake for craziest. Okay, moving on to characters. So we already went over Tomoki, who is the average teenage boy, the main actor. There's Ikaros, who is his master, her master, and she's an angeloid. Then there's Mizuki, which is Tomoki's longtime roommate. There's Sugata, which is this really smart, kind of, I would say, young adult, and he's the leader of the New World Discovery Club. He's always talking about the New World, and he's just obsessed with finding another purpose in life. Satsukatane is the upperclassman and the student body president. And then there's Nymph, who is another angeloid. Now, the three main characters I would say are, of course, Tomoki, who has a lot of hilarious moments where he's always getting chopped by Mizuki, and she always gets mad at him because he's perverted and sexual, and she always just rams him in the head with her killer chop. And also, Sugata is a great character, probably my favorite character other than Tomoki. Sugata is funny, and almost every episode starts off with him talking about the New World, so he is in a sense also a very main character. And I feel like all the characters are very fun and likable. They're all intriguing, and they all have a purpose in the show. The one thing I don't like about the characters is how they develop, how they connect to each other. Tomoki really never develops with his long lost roommate Mitsuki, or even the angeloids. He just really never progresses with them. And near the end of season 2, there's moments when, like one scene, I don't want to give anything away too much, but there's a scene where they're having a forced wedding, and he does not go in for the kiss, and then it ends there. So there's really no character development. He really never develops or gets closer to any of the characters, and I especially wanted this with Mizuki, because at many times it seemed like she is in love with him, so I think it should have had more to that. But other than no character development, the characters are very likable, and honestly they're some of my favorite of any anime I've watched yet. This is going to be a short category, but graphics, I love the animation in this anime. Heaven's Lost Property has a very cartoony animation, and especially when characters like Tomoki turn into like a small little kid and beg and run around. He runs around with like a censorship on his you know what? And then basically all the characters have these moments where they turn into small little children and they kind of just walk around in this cute little fashion. And I love the animation in Heaven's Lost Property. It really does just have a bright vividness to it, and I have not seen an anime use this kind of animation since I've started watching anime. I mean, it's very entertaining, and I think that they'd hit it spot on. I give it an A+. I've got to put out there that I was a bit disappointed, or actually a lot disappointed with the ending of Heaven's Lost Property. I really hope they decide to work on a third season, because the ending just didn't really feel like it had a purpose. It didn't have an end to it, if you would say. I mean, it ended off the show, but it really didn't end off any connections with characters. It didn't end off with Tomoki finding out his true purpose or who he is, which I'm not going to give it away, but I really wanted Tomoki to find out who he was, even though it probably would have made him like freaked out and upset. And if you watch the show, you will understand, because he is connected to Synapse. So the ending to this show was not good, in my opinion, and I was disappointed to just see it end in the way it did. It didn't really have any type of qualities to the ending. There was nothing that really, it left off on the wrong foot, on the wrong note. There was just nothing there. So ending was disappointing, but the overall show was very good. I had a lot of comedic moments where I was just dying laughing. There's serious moments, and overall Heaven's Lost Property is a great anime. I would say if you're into finding new animes that are different, this is definitely that. Of course, if you don't want to see all this sexual nonsense, then Heaven's Lost Property is not for you. At first, I was kind of worried I would not like this anime, but 4 to 5 episodes in, I got very into it. So just give it 4 to 5 episodes. If you don't like it by then, you don't have to watch it. But I would highly suggest watching this anime if you want a good laugh and also a good entertainment for the day, or for however long you watch this anime. So overall rating, I would have to give a 7.5 out of 10. Some reasons I took off points. The ending just wasn't strong at all. The characters don't have the best connections. They don't have any connection at all, really, when it comes to like an emotional connection. It seems like Tomoki's always pushing away everybody, which I know it's his personality, but he never has a serious moment with anybody. Serious as in he never really shows true love to me. But overall, I would definitely suggest it, suggest watching it. And thanks for watching this review, guys. I'll see you later. Bye. Forgot to mention, guys, let me know what your favorite character is down below if you've watched Heaven's Lost Property. My favorite character has to be Sugata. I just thought he was a really interesting character. I loved how he opened up about the new world every episode. He was just so obsessed with the new world. And honestly, he just had a personality that fits the show. I mean, he was great. So, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye. I know I left this off, guys, but I also wanted to let you know my favorite scene throughout the anime. My favorite scene, no doubt, had to be when Tomoki tells Sugata that the new world is inside a women's bathhouse. So Sugata goes crazy and gets obsessed with the idea and helps Tomoki. It's a little evil plot by Tomoki. He tricks Sugata, because Sugata is obsessed with the new world, and this was just a really funny scene when they're like freaking out and teaming together. And honestly, there's a ton of great scenes, but this has to be hands down one of the funniest and one of the best plotted out.